Laine, and this is Dave Silva. He's the president of the Pool and Billiard Club.
Yes.
The men's.
The men's pool and billiard club.
You want to tell us about that?
Yes, well, we have a schedule of events here, and these are events that most of them are with the ladies club. We have a monthly tournament on the third Monday of each month at 6:30 in Clubhouse 2. And we put the women's names in one pile and the men's names in another pile, and we draw for partners. And I try to see that you don't get two really good players on one team or two beginners on another. But otherwise, it's kind of a random draw.
Good planning.
And we have drinks and we have snacks, and we alternate playing 8-ball, which is by far the most popular game in Leisure World, and a form of 9-ball that's called 3-6-9, where you get 1 point for the 3, 2 for the 6, and 3 for the 9. And the winner is the team that after like 5 games has the most points. But 8-ball, once you make the 8-ball, that's the winner. And now the women's club, they meet every Monday at 10 o'clock right here in this room. And this room is exclusively for the use of the ladies. It's their pool room. And there's another pool room on the other side. So if there's more players than there are room for tables, they just walk around here.
Can the men come over here and play?
No.
Right.
Unless you're invited by the ladies.
Oh, seems fair.
Okay.
And do you want to show us a little bit about pool?
Okay. This is an 8-ball rack. And the 1 has to be in front. The 8 has to be in the middle. And a stripe and a solid at each corner. That gives it kind of an equal chance of you either making stripes or solids. So you have 7 solids, 7 stripes, and I'll just break the balls here and kind of demonstrate the rules. And I'm going to break from the side and try to hit the 11 ball really solid and not scratch.
What do you mean by scratch?
Oh, scratch. Well, if the cue ball goes in the pocket, that's a foul. It's called a scratch. And another scratch is if you don't hit the ball that you're aiming at, or if you do not drive a ball to a rail. That's a foul.
This is a rail.
That's a rail. And that allows the other person ball in hand, so they can pick up the ball and put it anywhere on the table after their opponent scratches. And I'm just going to break these balls, and you want to break them hard if you can. Well, I didn't make anything.
So now it happens.
So it's the other player's shot.
Mm-hmm.
And they have their choice of either the stripes or the solids. And this is a break cue. It has an extra hard tip on it. And it's a little heavier cue, so you can get some power behind it.
Okay.
I should probably mention the origins of the word pool and billiard, because
Good idea.
back in the 1800s, back east, places like New York, Boston, they had lotteries, numbers pools. So people would come to the pool hall to check out and see whether they had the winning number. And to give these people something to do while they were waiting there, they put in billiard tables. And the billiard tables had no pockets. They just had 3 balls. And the idea was to hit one ball and as a cue ball and have it strike one ball and go around and hit the other. And that's a billiard, when you hit one ball into another and the cue ball hits another. So that was just too slow. And billiards is practically an obsolete game now. But they have the idea of putting pockets into the billiard table. And they had 15 balls and a cue ball. And that's the origin of all the pool games. 8 ball, 9 ball. There are other games like call shot, where you get a point for every ball that you make. Rotation, where you get a point for the numerical value, starting with the 1 to the 15. And a game called one pocket, where you have to make, one person has to make all his balls in one corner pocket, and the other player has to make all his balls in the other corner pocket. And it's a very strategic, defensive game. And they don't play it much around here, but it's played for big money. And pool is very much a male-oriented game, and a lot of gambling associated, and it's changed drastically from that.
Right.
It's a family game, you know, boyfriends and girlfriends, they play it, and
So the most popular one though is either 8 ball or 9 ball.
8 ball.
8 ball is the most popular one.
Yeah, particularly with the ladies. That's pretty much all they play. I broke the balls, did not make a ball on the break, so it's the other person's shot. And the first thing he has to figure out is, do I want the stripes or the solids?
Okay.
And you look at the table and form a plan about what you want. And I want to get from the 7 to the 3 to the 5 if I can.
Do you have to run them in order?
No.
Okay.
See, in 8 ball, once you have stripes or solids, you can shoot any stripe or solid on the table.
Okay.
Which is much different from 9 ball. And I'll explain that later.
But once you choose, you have to stay with it.
You have to stay with it. And once I make all the solids, then I shoot the 8 ball, and I have to call the 8 ball which pocket it will go into. And if I do that, I win the game. So. So this is what's called playing position. And I could have done better on that 3 ball, but see, and I drew that ball so I could get back for the 6. So I put low English on it.
What's English?
English is where you hit the ball someplace other than the center. In England, they call it side or spin. But if I hit the ball, the cue ball on the left side, that will put spin on the ball, and it will cause the ball to go to the place that you want it to for the next shot. That's called position or shape. So I'm gonna try to make the 6 ball. And here I've left myself an angle on the 1 ball. So I want to try to make the 1 ball and get over here so I can make the 5 ball. Didn't quite make it. I needed to hit a little harder. But I have a shot on the 2 ball. And that's what makes 8 ball, in a way, an easier game, is if you don't get position on the ball you're shooting at, maybe you'll get lucky and have position on another ball.
Right. Okay. And now, what about 9 ball? You want to show us 9 ball?
Yeah. The 9 ball we play in the tournaments is 3, 6, 9. It's something I devised because it's very difficult to run 9. And this is a game you usually see on TV or YouTube. And it's what the professionals players play in tournaments.
Now, you've got, does it matter whether they're solid or strike? Which balls?
No, it's just, you have to rack the 1 in front, the 9 in the middle, and the others do not really matter.
So, are you saying that you have to get the 1 in first? You have to get the 1?
Yes. Yeah, you always have to shoot the lowest numbered ball on the table.
Okay.
And, which makes it a very different game from 8 ball, where you have up to 7 balls that you can choose to shoot at. And I'm going to show you a break that's called a soft break, and this is a good break for a lot of senior citizens who don't have a lot of power. Normally professionals will break over here and they'll hit the balls just as hard as they can. But if I use this dot here and I just try to hit the 1 ball solid, well, I did make a ball on the break, but I spread them out, shooting the combination. And that's a fairly easy combination because the balls are close together. So what I want to do is just hit the 6 right there and figure the angle. When you're shooting a ball, you want to judge where to hit it by, if you were shooting it in the pocket, let's say this 2 ball here, if I was shooting it in the pocket, I want to hit right there as if I was actually shooting that ball into the pocket. And that's where I want to aim. Now, I'll talk a little bit about mechanics here. There are certain things that all good players do. The way they stand, the way they hold their cue. There's a lot of different styles, but basically, I'm going to come over here so you can get a better shot. My left foot should be out here, and my right leg should be like in a fencer's position. And my my hand should be directly under my elbow. Gripping the cue, like with your thumb and 2 fingers or 3 fingers, loosely but firmly, so it swings back and forth like a pendulum. And I want to get my cue tip close to the cue ball, and then I focus on the object ball, and the only thing that should move is this arm from the elbow down, and it should be level and follow through.
Can you show us how you hold the cue with, you know?
Oh, the bridge?
Bridge, yes.
Okay. There are 4 different types of bridges. One is the closed bridge. I'll get a ball to shoot at here. The closed bridge, where you put your index finger around the cue and you touch your thumb. And that leaves a little place. And I use a glove, and a lot of people are using gloves because it allows the cue to flow through your hand smoothly and the same each time. The other common bridge is the open bridge, like this, where you just put your thumb up here and it forms a groove.
Why would you use that instead of the closed bridge?
For some, it's just a matter of preference, but if you're stretching for a ball, like let's say you're shooting the 7N, you have to stretch like this. It's just kind of easier to use that than the closed bridge.
Okay.
And I think for some short shots, the open bridge is where you're up close. It's a little easier. You get a little better control. The other common bridge is if you're close to the rail, then you put your fingertips on the edge of the rail, use an open bridge, and that gives you room to stroke through the ball. Otherwise, if you're up here, you don't have enough room to stroke through. And that's true. If you're out here, then you can just put your cue on the rail and use your index and your middle finger as guides. But a lot of beginners, they have a bridge like this, and that causes the cue tip to wobble. Or they'll hold the cue too far back, which causes the tip to go up and down. And to be accurate in pool, you need to hit where you're aiming at on the cue ball. And if it goes up and down, you're likely to miss the shot or miss cue.
So what's the 4th one?
The 4th one is where you have a shot you can't reach, and you use the mechanical bridge. And here, you want to anchor the bridge down so it doesn't move. And you don't want to hold it like this because it'll wobble. So you want to put your elbow out to the side and look right down the barrel of the cue, and you can see that your cue is going straight and follows straight through. So those are the 4 different kinds of bridges that you can use.
You want to tell us about the cue that you're using?
Yes, this is a good cue. It's a $400 cue.
Wow. Why do I care what kind of a cue I use? How does that help me?
It's made better. It's made with slices of wood that are laminated together to reduce deflection. And the tip is really good. You see the tip is slightly rounded, and if you took a dime out of your pocket and you put it on the table and you measured the curvature, that would be the proper curvature that you would want on your cue tip, which is a rounded object meeting a rounded object.
Okay.
And if it gets a little hard, you use one of these little raspy things to rough it up a little bit so you'll get better contact. And that's why you use chalk. And you should chalk up because that gives friction to the cue tip so you don't miss cue.
Show us that jump shot, that English shot that you did the other day. Set that up, and you know, you put some English on it and you popped one. Remember it yesterday?
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you use a different cue here. This is a jump cue.
Okay.
And
Do you use jumps very much when you're playing?
not usually, but sometimes it's the only shot you have. You know, so
Wow.
there you go.
Wow.
So you probably didn't see the ball go up in the air, but maybe you did. But
I did.
I think I showed you the masse shot, which is just
Explain what masse is.
masse is extreme English, where you curve, you put enough English on the ball that it curves. And I'll try to, I want to aim just to miss that 7 ball. Well, I didn't make it, but I hit it.
Yeah, yeah. So you got around the 7 ball.
Yeah, I hit it and it went safe too. So my opponent doesn't have a shot.
So you put the English on to get around the 7 ball.
Right. It puts if you hit it on the edge and you put it down, it'll cause the ball to curve a little bit. And that's often the difference between being able to hit the ball and giving your opponent ball in hand.
What are the hardest shots to get?
Bank shots are always hard shots.
Can you show us a bank shot?
Yeah.
What do you mean by bank shot?
You hit a rail. I think the rails are also called banks, or you can. Anyway, this is kind of a straight in bank shot. And I want to get down so I can see where I'm hitting the ball. That was an easy bank. Here's another bank. It may look hard, but you can also bank it in like this, where you just hit the edge of the ball.
Oh, neat.
Here's that combination. And combinations are difficult. If the balls are separated by a long way, or the ball is, this is a real easy one, because I want to hit as I shoot.
Wow, that's great. So these rooms are open from like 8 in the morning till 10 at night. You can come shoot pool anytime. And this is the women's room, and the men don't play in here. Generally, unless they're invited.
Unless they're invited,
okay.
Right. But the women, they can go to any of the pool rooms.
And, okay, so for people that have never ever shot pool before, they can come and you guys will show us how to shoot pool.
Right. Once a month on the third Monday, I come down here and I help some of the ladies with their game. And I can see, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and tell them, technique and strategy.
So suppose
because if you start playing and you can't make a ball, you get discouraged and you maybe quit.
So suppose I wanted to learn, I could just come in anytime somebody's playing and say, will you show me how to do it, or what?
Yeah, the Ladies Pool Club is a very social group, and they want to help new people. So they're glad to help play with you and help you improve your game.
Okay, so
they're a good group.
all right. So I could just come in and play myself, just practice.
Sure.
Wow, that's great. And the men's room, the men's pool room is open from when to when?
Same time, from 8 in the morning. Over in Clubhouse 2, we have a group of guys that play like every day, just about from 9 to 10.
How many pool tables are there in Clubhouse 2?
There are 4 pool tables and 1 snooker table.
All right.
And the snooker table is larger and it has smaller pockets. And the balls are smaller.
But you say not that many people play that anymore.
No.
So.
But it's a good game. I used to play a lot of snooker.
Oh, all right. So. All right, thanks so much, Dave. That was really interesting. And well, I'll have to come over and start playing. Thanks.
Okay.